Hello. Time for the course report. January 2025, first one of the year. Standing on the 4th tees this morning. Pretty good. Bit cold, but pretty good. Where the course is at for the middle of January, I'll take that. I'll take that. Doing well. So, go through the normal stuff. Start with the weather. Pretty fair. Christmas was very mild, which sparked off a bit of disease. Had to come in and spray some fungicide on those. But other than that, it's been pretty good. It's been cold. We had a bit of 4 or 5 days there last week. We got really frozen. But it's pretty standard for this time of year. Standing here on Monday the 20th of January, and we've got a bit of a weather front coming in back end of this week, which might chuck a bit of rain our way. But other than that, it's been pretty good. It's not bad for January. Not too much rain. Course has held up pretty well. The course is really busy. I'm on the 4th tee, standing behind us. Tee boxes are getting hammering, but we've still got a lot of golf out here, which is good. But yeah, wait and see what the next few months bring weather-wise. But so far, touch wood, it's been all right. So, course report, yeah. Moving forward in the course report, I'm going to run you through a few little things we're doing on the course. We're still exceptionally busy. We don't really stop, as you all know. And this time of year is when I say we get busy. So we've got a few projects going on. I'll run you through those. And then we'll summarise at the end as normal. And if anyone's got any questions, get hold of me in the normal way, either through social media or through the office, or if you see me out in the course. Alright then, cheers. So for the greens section of this month's course report, I'm standing on the 7th green. We haven't rolled this one this morning just yet, but I've got to say, again, as last month, I'm quite pleased with the condition of the greens. We did verti-drain recently. Last week we gave them a little bit of feed, bit of iron, bit of calcium, bit of potassium, just to sort of perk them up a little bit. But on the whole, they're really quite good, especially for sort of mid-January. Still cutting at the winter height, so we're still at 5 mil, but we're not cutting very often at the minute. You don't this time of year. A lot of rolling, swishing off, things like that. But on the whole, like I say, they're really quite good. A few disease scars kicking around, nothing active disease, just a few bit scarring. See a little bit on the 7 here. That's from when we had that mild conditions over Christmas, and we had a little outbreak of disease. Some greens worse than others. Putting green 11 are the worst too. This one's not too bad. But on the whole, the greens for mid-January are looking good and playing good. So, 8th green update. It actually looks worse on the camera than it does in real life. But big improvements on the 8th. Obviously the power, as I said last month, still quite prominent on it. That's staying, that ain't going anywhere. We overseeded it and fertilised it just before Christmas. And dwarf rye, and that's starting to kick in a little bit. So yeah, it's actually a lot better. The softly approach that we're taking on the 8th is starting to come through, and we'll continue to do so. Obviously, January, not ideal conditions for golf ball just come down. January, not ideal conditions for growing, but as the season sort of goes through and the warmer temperatures come in, hopefully this will improve all the time. So the update for this month is progress. Definitely looks better, definitely plays better, and we'll continue to do what we're doing on the 8th, and hopefully we'll get where we want it to be. So I'm standing on what will be the new white tee on 6. 6 is coming on alright. Tim's just on there now, just doing the last little bit on the big tee. Was meant to get the turf in last week, but due to the frozen conditions from especially where the turf's coming from, a bit further up north, It got cancelled and put back to this week, tomorrow. So hopefully by the end of this week, this will all be turfed. So this tee there that Tim's on, and then the black tee over there on the left hand side. The surrounding areas will be sort of tracked in and seeded. So there, we may need to put a path through there, like a hard standing path, and then this area here will all be seeded as well. So this is nearing completion. All the irrigation's in now. We'll put the sign and ball washing that back up, but this will continue to remain on mat until this is ready for opening, with the target date being the Masters. So that's the 6th tee update. I'm going to shoot you a video of what we've been doing on the 11th tee. Obviously, as you all know, the white tee in particular on 11 was full of tree roots, causing us problems for maintenance, and obviously causing membership problems in terms of safety, really. Someone, I think, was going to hurt themselves eventually on a tree root because they were very, very close to the surface. Some was actually protruding. So what we've done on 11 is we've extended the tee to incorporate with the yellow tee that was there, which was a lower tee. So if I move to the side, you'll be able to see the shape of the new tee, which is, you know, it's a fair size now. So 35 metres, I think, up in length. So this is going to be a good addition this year. Shaped, and we've steered it slightly left, so it's more pointing the green. It was a bit sort of aiming down the right hand side of the old before. So we've straightened the tee up, and yeah, we've made one big tee. If I zoom in, I don't think I can zoom in yet. Zoom in, you'd see the remains of the old red tee down the front there. That's going to get re-levelled and re-turfed as well. So obviously our priority this week is going to be switching to the 6th tee, and 11 we need to run new irrigation lines down the side, level this tee top off, and obviously then we'll get sort of turf in again for this probably 2 weeks from now. So we'll sort of make it sort of the first week of February, with the view for this to be open again, same timeline of the Masters. But that's the 11th tee, all coming on nicely. I'm quite pleased with the progress. So to summarise the course report for January, the golf course is playing really well. For mid-January, very, very pleased. I know the weather's been reasonably kind to us, but you know, the condition of the greens, the fairways, we've still got buggies out. Course is nice, and hopefully long may that continue. I know we've got a bit of wet weather coming this week, as we said, but yeah, hopefully it's not too bad, and it doesn't deteriorate too much. We've definitely been in worse situations in the past in mid-January than we are now, so I'll take that. Obviously projects wise, we've got the 6th tee, which will be turfed hopefully this week. The 11th tee is coming on nicely. A case of running the irrigation lines in and then get that level and turf, so a couple of weeks short of being pretty much finished there. And then we've got a very, very extensive list still to do, but all the major stuffs will be pretty much done. So it's, you know, a bit of tree limbing, just general tidy up around the golf course. Still got a lot to do back at the shed. We've already done quite a lot, but we've still got a lot to do. Machine servicing, that type of thing. So yeah, the team is very, very busy, and we're doing really well, and I'm really pleased with the progress we're making. But as always, winter is a very, very busy time for us, before it all sort of, the diggers go away and the mowers come back out, and it's all go for the summer and the season, which obviously I'm really looking forward to that as well. I don't think there's too much to talk about. Obviously we covered the 8th green again, that's all going well, that's going in the right direction. Other areas that we've started and they're pretty much finished. 6th fairway, you know, it's open, it is soft, but I ain't worried about it at all. They get overseeded in the spring. with the rest of the fairways and that sort of stuff. We've got to start a verti draining soon, wall-to-wall verti draining. We'll probably start that next week. So, you know, that's a massive job, but a job that pays massive dividends, you know, this time of year, and it's the reason why we are in such good condition after 7 years of doing it religiously every year. The first, it's a slow burner, the first, because of the time of year, but it is coming on. Not too much to do there really, a little bit of irrigation work, get the bunkers, that final prep, a little bit of turfing around the tops of them. 18, another one that we done earlier in the season, that's pretty much good to go. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how everything's gone, and I think I've covered most things that we've been doing. But as always, if anyone's got any questions, give me a shout, either through the social media, go through the office, or see me out on the golf course. Then come and speak to me then, and I'll talk to you about anything out there. So hope you enjoyed the report. Happy New Year to everybody. I don't believe I said that either. So Happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully January will finish up how it started, and February won't be too bad either. So yeah, end of the course report. Thanks for listening. Hope it's answered all your questions, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.